Is there some element of pride going on now, especially with 12 pack purchases? It's kind of like I see a lot of people are often very excited to announce that a certain beer, let's say Daisy Cutter, is their go-to.
Hmm.
And people love telling you that Daisy Cutter is my go-to, or Daisy Cutter is always in my
Hmm.
fridge. I read this stuff on social media comments when I'm just looking through things all the time. And
Hmm.
or that's a standby in my fridge. People love saying that. Like, is there anything to 12 packs that's like a pride element that people are buying these? It's almost like wearing a t-shirt. There's some element of pride when they're doing their shopping, whether subconscious or conscious, that just seeing that giant logo on the box
Hmm.
is influencing a decision versus seeing the cans so that could be facing the right way, might not be, and just don't look as nice. Is there something about that billboard
Yeah.
that's like making you think that's my beer? That presentation is way better than this ringed six pack. And that's
Hmm.
just, again, even if it's not what's in their conscious, but that's just where what they end up reaching for.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought about it in that context. I mean, the point that you allude to there is the thing that is my number one reason for 12 packs. Is like designers love 12 packs, mixed cases or single brand, because they're just better vehicles for design. Like you take up more space on the shelf, and that space doesn't have to be merchandise. Like I don't have to rely on somebody to merchandise all the cans facing forward, which is we can't predict for. It also means that like we can make the, we talk about faces, like we can make the different faces, each of them can have a slightly different interpretation of the brand, but take up enough real estate so that no matter what face is facing the consumer, we're getting the right message across. It's like all of that to say, I think somebody walks by a shelf and you see a 12 pack of X brand, that looks more substantial than a six pack, because even though the surface area on a six pack uh, is wider. When we think about beer label design, we can't really think about it as like the flat lay of a beer label. We have to think of it as a 3D object that somebody could pick up and interact with at any point in the object, which is a lot harder to design for because you're also thinking about like human behavior, about how someone holds a 3D object. So it means they have to get it from the shelf and then inspect it to have that experience. But with a 12 pack, you have a large flat surface where you could do a lot of communicating. You do a lot of storytelling in one space because it's strong and it's set. That's why we like 12 packs. That's why we want
Yeah.
all of our clients to do it. It just moves. It sells beer, but I was like, it makes people pick up more beer. Like,
When you look at stores like the big chain stores like Jewel Osco, like Costco, like um, Mariano's, Whole Foods, if you can offer them another SKU that reinforces your six packs. So like a lot of our cans, you'll see Hella six packs and Heliostat six packs and Humbucker six packs and then Crankshaft 12 packs to reinforce that like this is a serious brand. They sell their beer in bulk. You can have a 12 pack for 17.99 or whatever it is in the store. It just kind of like builds the brand on the shelf in a really nice way.
Yeah. And I think this is what you're getting at, but like your 12 packs are gorgeous. And that carton, the artwork,
Thank you.
does tell such a better story than what anybody's can do,
Single label.
which
Yeah.
which is it's single label, so it's got to so the real estate has to keep repeating, and then the curve takes away a lot of the sides. So you have such a limited chance, if they're even faced the right way, to kind
Yeah.
of like hit the consumer with like, hey, us, pick us.
Yeah. I think a lot of what gets lost when you go from bottles to pack text is the kind of like poster board on the shelf. Like when you see all of our six packs lined up, there's like a unified design theme. Our logo's in the middle. It says Metropolitan over the top. It has like very clear, like beautiful shelf presence when all the six packs are next to each other. And then you put six packs of cans next to each other that aren't faced, and you're just like, well, this is just a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I really wish like six pack boxes were more affordable so that everybody could just put all of their cans into six pack boxes and have that beautiful shelf presence. And the 12 packs do that for us. And that's why we're trying to push them into like the bigger box stores to complement the six packs so that we can have that kind of poster board effect on the shelf.